Man, it's been a while. I mean, having access to these powers for ages. Not for when I came to reviewing this. Reviewing Toku. I mean, where's time flying? When it came around here. Let's crack down to it then. Let's get this review started. Ready? Let's begin. It's morphin' time! Tyrannosaurus! Alright, before I actually begin this review, I know I did a weird, funny, very cheesy skit at the beginning. I haven't got a Power Ranger suit. If I had a Power Ranger suit, it would have worked a bit more better. So I could have done some effects and editing where I morphed like a Flash and a Flash transition, and I'm in a Power Ranger costume, but I haven't got one, so it literally I didn't want to include, but I did it with most of my reviews back when I reviewed some Power Rangers or Super Sentai or Kamen Rider related. So I thought might as well do something similar now as well. Okay, so this, as the title suggests, is my thoughts, my enjoyment of Saban's Power Rangers. Now, this is the thing. Saban's logo above the show has always existed in pre-Disney era and current era of Power Rangers. Power Rangers, Mighty Morphin, all the way to Time Force all had Saban's Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, Saban's Power Rangers Zeo, Saban's Power Rangers Turbo, Saban's Power Rangers in Space, Saban's Power Rangers Lost Galaxy, Saban's Power Rangers Lightspeed Rescue, Saban's Power Rangers Time Force on their titles. So you don't need to add Saban's Power Rangers into the actual film. You can just call the film Power Rangers, because even because with the Saban brands owning the franchise now again, we have Power Rangers Samurai, Power Rangers Super Samurai, Power Rangers Megaforce, Power Rangers Super Megaforce, Saban's Power Rangers Super Megaforce. Then we have Saban's Power Rangers Dino Charge, and Saban's Power Rangers Dino Supercharge, and now Power Rangers Saban's Power Rangers Ninja Steel. So the title's been always there. But that's not what I'm here for. That's not what I'm here for. No. No. I'm here to talk about the new film that came out March 24th, titled Power Rangers. Okay, so like normally I would have overviewed the film and everything, and but that would mean me treading into spoiler territory, and I'm going to keep it brief. So first off, I will say this: I really did enjoy it. There was some stuff I can see where some people didn't like or anything like that, so I understand that. But this literally did captured Power Rangers of the first episode bonus introduction. Because, like, I watched Bruno MMPR Toys video where he mentioned how the first episode is always going off introducing a group of kids and everything, and they get given powers and stuff like that. This was essentially a movie version of that. We get to introduce characters Jason, Billy, Trini, Zach, Kimberly in this film, getting together, getting to know each other. They were facing proper teen problems. We had Trini actually finding out her sexuality, and I am saying that a lot of people think she is gay and everything. After watching the film and seeing the chemistry between her and Zach in this film, I am saying now, I think Trini is actually a bisexual. Because apparently it seems like she had actual problems with guys and girls. Not just girls, but with guys. But I think she had more trouble with girls, but she had some troubles with guys as well. Well, so I think Trini in this film is bisexual. And not a lesbian. I think she is more bisexual. So she is interested in, but definitely when the chemistry between her and Zach literally did show. Definitely in the more fights, in Zora fights I think as well. They came, there were some scenes like that flip back and forth where they literally did come off each other. But that could just be me thinking too much into it. But I love the character build up. I love the story behind this. This literally gave us proper teenagers with attitude. With the premise of the film, it literally gave us teenagers with attitude. It was a great character build-up film. It was fun and enjoyable, and I literally loved every minute of it. There was a lot of parts I didn't like. The product placement with Krispy Kremes did make me crave a Krispy Kreme after the film, but I couldn't afford one. And everything, but this literally was a great film. There was everything I wanted in a Power Rangers film. It was just as great as it should be. It should be and what I expected it to be. And I'm hoping if it's like any film that had great toy marketing, great toy sales and everything, like Cars, I heard rumours of the reason why they keep on making Cars films are because of the toys selling. Transformer movies keep on probably getting made because the toys sell really well with the kids. So hopefully the toy sales for the Power Ranger movie stuff gets sold really well, so we can get a sequel with thanks to the toy budget because they know that they can market more toys for the film, for a film to be released again. But I'm going off track, and it was literally great. Bryan Cranston as Zordon and Bill Hader as Alpha. Really great chemistry. It did open up with an alien type beginning with them landing with Zordon's team landing on Earth 64 million years ago. So in the Dino period, and we had a glimpse of a female Green Ranger that was Rita Repulsa. She was the Green Ranger, and it was confirmed at the opening sequence. I know I'll try to keep this spoiler free, but I will put something in after the intro before the actual review starts, saying this will contain spoilers. And everything. And then it cuts to Jason doing some idiot thing with his mate with a cow and made him go into detention, and that's where we get to see like Kimberly having troubles with her friends because she done something bad, and that's where she ended up cutting her hair and everything. We find out that Billy exploded his locker or something. Something for him to end up in detention. But this is another thing. I suffer from Asperger's syndrome. I'm on the autistic spectrum, if you want to call. So finding out that Billy was autistic, I really connected with him. Definitely with people with Asperger's or high functioning autism, or anybody on the autistic spectrum knows that sometimes they have routines. Billy had this weird routine where he wants to make sure his pencils on the desk were always neat and tidy, and always making sure he had the same amount of numbers and everything like that. Really played, and I was really connected well with him because I understood Billy and I connected with him a lot. I only got recently diagnosed, being found out that I had Asperger's syndrome just a few years ago. And even though he was a teen in high school, this Billy character, I'm not talking about Billy in the old show, but I have a feeling there might be a high chance that he might have been autistic, but that could be another video, and that's going way into it anyway. But it was great to actually have one character that I can relate to, I can connect to within this film. And for me, Billy was that character. So I was really upset in this film. For the first time when I've watched films, I really enjoy films, but I don't really get that much connectivity with some of the characters in them. but I did enjoy them. I did enjoy aspects of every character in other films. But this is the first time I literally felt hurt when I saw Billy get killed by Rita in this film, and it just shows that everything in this film really does. And we also find out that Zordon originally wanted the new team to get their powers, access the morphing grid, so he can open the morphing grid portal, so he can get out of the morphing grid. Hence, that's why he's in the wall, is because he's actually in the morphing grid. And everything, so he could end up leading. But that was his stubborn and selfishness that was going in the way of this. And Jason told him that this is his team, that you told him to lead this team, and everything. And when Billy died, and everybody was so hurt, because for me, Billy was the key character in this film. I think that helped bring everybody together, helped them to connect and everything, because yes, he had autism, and I think a lot of the other kids, Jason knew he was on the autistic spectrum, so, and everything. He knew he was autistic, but I think the others ended up either off camera when Billy was on screen, or it's cut to a different scene while they were like doing the campfire thing, that Billy mentions to them, but off camera. If it's not on film, it's not canon. But I have a feeling that the others ended up finding out that he was autistic at some stage and everything. But how he was and how he acted, how around everybody, where for me he felt like he had for the first time proper, regular, normal friends. I hate using that word when talking about this topic, but I think this was the first time he was able to act normal in a sense. And I sound really harsh, batshit crazy, hurtful when I say normal, because I shouldn't say words like that, but I can't think of any other word to explain where he had people that were normal and he was hanging out with them. He had friends, proper yes, he was hanging around with the geeks, nerds and everything on his own little table and stuff as well, but that was normal with anybody as well, and everything. They had their own little groups and everything that they hanged in school and stuff. But this was the first time he had actually a group of friends that he made during detention and everything, so that he can and everything. And so when Rhea essentially just killed him because of an incident involving Trini and getting everybody there, because he found out where the Zeo Crystal is, because the Zeo Crystal had a big part in this film. It really was a great moment. Elizabeth Banks as Rita Repulsa, it felt like she was enjoying it. She was enjoying being this villain and enjoying herself being this villain and acting like this crazy villain. She definitely was obsessed with gold in this film. I can tell you now, Rita was obsessed with gold. Goldar wasn't a monkey wearing gold armor. Goldar was essentially made out of gold she stole. She chewed, she ate, she forged her staff from the gold she stole from golden teeth, from hobos, from jewelry stores. She formed it. And the little jewel in the staff was her power coin, because she made sure it stayed with her at all costs. Was a little nod. And the staff did look similar to her old staff, like the one from the TV show, but very melted gold and shaped from melted gold and stuff and everything. And so once she figured that out, she made sure that she started forming gold out of all the gold she collected, and using her magic to collect all the gold and everything. Get some classic Easter egg lines here and there and everything and stuff. But also before the Rangers don't morph until 20, like nearing the third act, they don't really morph. This was literally an origin story focusing on the kids, getting the kids together, them getting ready and be able to morph for the first time as well. So they've been training and everything like that. And then once they were able to morph and everything, because they were finally connected as a team, once Billy was revived and everything, they were so happy that Billy was alive and everything, they literally did go off. They started fighting the putties on the Quarry Hilltops. That, to me, was very reminiscent to Day of the Dumpster / High Five, where they were fighting on the quarry, the quarry sides in those episodes of Mighty Morphin and everything. They were fighting the putties for this first time. When they were morphed and were fighting the putties on the quarry, so that literally, I had flashbacks to Day of the Dumpster with that scene, and it literally was great. Great, and it was really fun to see that as well. The Zords were introduced. Very interesting. I was so happy to hear the Saban's Power Ranger Orchestra version from the 1995's version of the Go-Go Power from the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers theme, was the Power Rangers Orchestra version that was used in the Power Rangers, the movie, the 1995 one, in this film. And it was great just to hear the Go-Go Power Rangers when the Zords ran in and gave the homage of all the Zords running in the scenes from the TV show. It was really fun, really great as well. And it was a fun experience and everything. And I teared up when they were about to go. And we learned, well, they did say that the Megazord literally formed because they had, Zordon said that our Zords have the ability to come up to take the form of the current strongest creatures on the planet. So at the time it was the dinosaurs, so the Zords morphed into dinosaur-like shapes. And then when they were fighting Golda and they were having trouble as dinosaurs fighting Golda, they become humanoid, and some that mirrored Golda. Hence why the two look very similar, is because the Megazord metamorphed into like a very humanoid looking form version of Goldar and fought Goldar, because that was the whole point because of the abilities of the Zords and everything. But other than that, this film was very entertaining, very enjoyable. I really did enjoy it as much as a lot of people have been saying, and I have enjoyed it as a lot of times, like other people as well. And everything. So I do say, go see this movie if you're a Power Ranger fan, or if you want to see this take and everything. I've read a lot of people that weren't into the show that really enjoyed this film. Is it a great film? Not really. It's a great popcorn flick and great to own to watch. It hasn't got that much rewatch value, but it has that rewatch that has got that value where you could just buy on Blu-ray or anything and watch it via TV. But it was great fun watching it on the big screen. It was really fun to watch, and I really had a great time. So I say go out, see Power Rangers and everything, and I'll see you next time. I've been your host, Kai from Kai's Take Corner, member of the 00 Club, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye for now. See ya. Hey guys, hope you enjoyed this week's my review for the Power Rangers movie, the 27 movie by Lionsgate. Like always, you can check out my other videos that appear on the screen. You can find my links to my Facebook and Twitter down in the video description down below as well. And you can check out all my other... And don't forget to hit that subscribe button and that bell when you do as well. So see you then. Bye bye for now.